map. That's a lot of contracts, because most of them are enabled for contracts. And it's how we pay for all our new equipment right now. And sometimes I use borrowed equipment for the bigger fields, and other times it's just my own equipment, because you get paid more. Okay. So come on about, and we'll do this bit. I wonder if that is a fourth plough width. We're about to find out. No, but it's only a bit at the bottom that we missed, so drop that there, and we will wipe the rest of this out in one pass. Done. Done. Awesome. So stick that back into travel mode, jump in the cab, turn the beacons on, and let's go home. It's interesting, there's two sets of turn signals on that information board. I do like this tractor though. And the nice thing is, we can use this as a fend in an alternate playthrough, so it will probably feature on another farm one day. Because I'm not a fan of the big tractors or the sort of split frame. So the bigger Challengers, not a big fan of. Okay, I will put that there. So what is it? It's don't like these. They're okay, but not a big fan. And then these ones, which split frame, I really can't get to grips with those. Okay, we can clean that off in preparation for service. And we can clean that off, because as far as we know, we are completely done with ploughing until next year, dependent on state of the field that we may buy this year. That's all good. Hi dog, I should probably feed you. There you go. Okay, need to move the tractor, excuse me. So I'm going to pull this forward. I really left that in an unfortunate position. We will drop the plough there. And Turn off the blinking light. Turn off the blinking light. Turn off the engine. Get out. And ooh, that's an expensive oil change. That's an expensive oil change. So we are here. That's still got stuff in. But the worker thinks he was done. I think the worker is confused. And off we go. So I guess the rest of this is going to be fairly manual. Unfortunately, I can't remember how much we got left in the tank. I think there is going to be another visit down to the BGA though. Oh. That's interesting. It looks like I may have changed the angle that we were doing this at. Because it looks for the most part that this is a triangle and it shouldn't be. But not too bad. Don't think we're going to get all of it. 300 litres, yeah. Come on. A tiny, tiny triangle there. I don't think 300 litres is going to spread on that. 2, 1, 0. Whoa, very, very close though. Okay, gonna need to fold that up while we head back up to the top. So if I can get all of this done with what we have left here, that would be a nice thing. Let's have a look at the field. Okay, yeah, so I don't know why I did that. Kind of messed up there. We have this bit down here that needs to be done. And then, how are we going? Ooh. Well, there is the possibility we could do all of the field on what is left in the truck. That would be a plan. Okay, and this length is a lot shorter than full length of the field, so we should, I think, manage to get all of this done. Fertilize the weeds, why not? Now I could take this lot and the tanker down to the BGA to refill everything in prep for the next field, but I think I'm not going to do that. we'll just stick with the tanker running down to the BGA. It's getting tricky to see. Okay, there it is. That looks like about 3 times the width. One. And we scrape along the edge of the invisible map, or the visible map edge. That's 2, and the last bit somewhere. 3. Okay. Now, I think we got everything to the bottom is fine. I'm going to try and find that piece there. Then we can call it this field's done. We'll transfer down to the field we just finished the ploughing on. Okay, somewhere here. Oh, it looks right about where the tractor is right now. And that is done. Brilliant. Okay, we can fold that up. And put the beacons on, get in the tractor, and let's go driving. So we've got about half a tank, well, just under half a tank left. Actually, I'm going to park this at the bottom of the street. We won't waste a trip down to the BGA by running partially filled. So if I stop at the bottom here, we'll transfer what remains of the digestate in the tanker across, then we can get a full load from the BGA. So yeah, at this point the fields to the left and right are sheep fields, but the one on the right we have plowed it and reseeded it, so it's kind of good condition, yeah, or good yield for grass. The other one would be just used as how much we got in there? Well, 1,800. Not a lot. I haven't done anything with the other fields, so it may be that using the field on the farm side of the road as an overflow for sheep would be a better plan. So field 7, buy field 7 and expand with sheep. Field 6 remain as a grass field until we just blowing out the walls with sheep and need somewhere else to put more of them. So there's a plan. How many sheep can we get on a farm? Because as soon as we get to that point, there's not enough space. As soon as we get to that point, we're gonna turn into a partial lamb production as well. So we'll be growing sheep for meat as well as wool, so as not to waste income. You breed until, okay, the pens are full. Now we had 60 sheep and we made 40 more. So I'm thinking we have about a 66% fertility rate on these sheep. So once the pens are full, we're going to have to cut the population by 33% across the board. Which is going to be a lot of sheep sales. At least I imagine it's going to be a lot. We're also going to have to make sure that every field has 30 to 40% capacity for new sheep when lambing season comes around. Just so we're not losing out on sheep reproduction. We may need a bigger sheep trailer. I mean, when it comes down to that, I'll probably sell the sheep from the lower two fields, and the main one up by the farm, just transfer sheep from that field down to the lower fields. That way I'm not taking a huge animal trailer up and down that hill too often. Not refilling. Oh, well, that would explain it. Let's try and stay in the refill point. So let's jump over to the sheep field and see what's what. It does not say. So there is another mod which tells you how many sheep you can fit in your yard. We're up to 107. I wonder if they've all been born yet. Okay, small ones are not fertile. Oh, no, we have more to come. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Potentially another 22, which would put us on 129. That's almost 100% fertility. Ouch. Okay, that's going to make things interesting, I think. Very prolific sheep. So the next question is, when is the best time to sell them? And how much should we be selling them for? Probably sell the male sheep fairly quickly. Once they reach ideal selling weight, because that way I'm not they're not going to breed. They're not going to produce more sheep. And ideally I want to maximize on reproduction. If that's our new goal, to have hundreds of sheep. And I need to find the mod that tells me how many animals I can have in a pen. so that we can see what we've got and what we need. At the moment I've just got the extension mod, which adds the water thing, the auto, the refill pipe, so I don't have to run around with a water tank filling it up. So I think it was Old Stream Farm 17. I discovered completely by accident that the maximum number of sheep you could have was 100. So I'd get to 100 and then sell 20 and just cycle it that way. So every few days there was, oh, there's another 20 sheep to sell. And even though they're only worth half price of buying a sheep, when you only started with 40, and you're then up to 100 and selling 20 every time you hit that threshold. It's doesn't take you long to make a lot of money from sheep. And with Farm Sims 19 and the value of wool, frankly, it may be more cost effective, although sheep only breed once a year. They're not like pigs that breed constantly. With the sheep, even breeding once a year, you're going to have a large influx of new sheep. And if I'm doubling my flocks every year, at a certain point we're going to be selling half the flock every year to make room for the new ones. It's also going to use a lot of hay and grass and stuff. Okay, so once again, here we are. Once again, I drove straight past the refill point. There we go. Oh, that actually might be a real field. So 7 is 500,000. Wow. 6 was 420. Oh, good grief, 24 is 500,000. They are kind of big fields. 12 is 150, 25, 320. Where's Oak Glen? Oak Glen Farms. There. So there's something there. That's 320, that's 218, 186, 176. 224, over 500,000 again, and that's a contract field, so I don't want to eliminate 17 from the available market. Field 9 is 36, 38 and 27. Oh dear. There's 38. 36 is there. Is it 28? 27. So 27 is way over the back there. Interesting. What does they have in? Well, that's interesting. 27 is cultivated. 36 is oats. 38 is stuff. So the fields up here also arable, but there's an awful lot of grass. all over the place. So that's the thing I want to watch for. Grass off. There we go. That's ready. First you need to unfold the slurry tanker. Yay. So again, I'm going to set this off on the worker and we'll go finish off the cultivating. So get this started so it's on a line. Actually, I should probably go round once so that we're not interfering with the edge of the field. That would be a plan. Possibly round twice, which may involve going off and refilling the tank again. We do have some good sized fields starting off. But I really only wanted to borrow 200,000-ish. 200,000 to 300,000 to buy land. I don't want to be too much out of pocket. We know we'll make the money on our existing fields, but I'd like, obviously, fields don't pay for themselves in 1 year. Oh, so some of those fields, some of those contract fields probably haven't been planted yet. I was wondering, because I think there was one bale field and then the rest were all fertilise. But that's what some of the farmers will do, is they'll do what I'm doing here. We'll put down slurry or manure, or solid fertiliser, then they'll plant it, and then they'll fertilise it again later in the year. Oh no, I did notice there was one new mod this year, the bigger Massey Ferguson, or this week, which I have downloaded as available. I'm not sure if we'll see the Fent variant of it, but it's one of the it's the other Massey Ferguson from Farm Sim 17 original game. There was a small 25-foot, a 35-foot version, and they only gave us the 25-footer for 19. Oh, we're empty. Poop. So I'll fill that bit in. I'll probably run across the top so that we're further away from the hedgerow. And then we'll get the worker started. We'll go over and finish off the cultivating.